brought you some coffee.
Thank you.
You look awful. You didn't go to sleep last night, did you?
Well, what do you expect? My wife's being held hostage. I think I know where. And my own government won't let me do a damn thing about it.
I know how you feel.
No, you don't.
Completely frustrated.
Frustration doesn't quite do it for me. There's got to be a better word for it than that.
Look, it's a new day.
Yeah, a new day. Which means Holly's been with one group of terrorists for one night. And Ballantyne won't even let me make a bloody move.
Look, if it is any consideration, they're not going to hurt her.
They're capable of anything, and you know it.
They know if they do hurt her, they're not going to get the microfilm.
Oh, look, forget the microfilm, will you? She's stuck in one of those expo buildings. I can feel it. I know she's there. And I intend to do something about it.
You know the rules. Those pavilions are considered foreign soil.
Don't give me this diplomatic immunity number. Listen, whoever kidnapped Holly and Celia, they broke our rules.
And we can't have an international incident. Oh, Robert. I know how desperate you are. But look, we cannot, I repeat, cannot search any one of those pavilions until we get permission from that government.
What are we talking about here? 20 or 30 diplomatic officials?
All right, it'll take time. We will get to each and every one of them.
My wife doesn't have that kind of time. I'm doing it my way.
How?
This here. This brunch at the mayor's place.
And every dignitary will be there.
Must be able to break a bit of ground there.
Maybe you ought to change clothes first.
Yeah. You know, isn't it wonderful that I can go out and guzzle champagne this morning, and yet my wife's a hostage somewhere?
We're going to find her.
Oh, it better be soon, because we're running out of time.
Well, looks like they're all here.
Yeah. Wandering all over the place.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be easy.
Now, let's start in this room, then we can go into the other one. Oh.
Hi.
Hello.
You know Connie Townley?
Yes, I think we met at the casino opening.
Yes, of course.
Where's Holly?
She couldn't make it.
Not ill, I hope?
Just detained.
Well, I hope you two are hungry. The mayor has arranged a quite impressive brunch for us.
Yeah, it looks
Yes,
like
indeed.
enough to feed an army.
I'm very glad I skipped breakfast this morning.
Well, I'm sorry I did. I'm afraid I have enough time only for a quick snack.
Oh, Steve, I'm afraid you won't even have time for that.
Golly, you're right. I have a surgical staff meeting in about 20 minutes.
I'm afraid you better get going.
Yeah. I'll try to wrap up something special for you when no one's looking.
I'll see what I can do.
I haven't seen the two of you at the casino lately.
Oh, well, Steve is not much of a gambler.
Excuse me for a second, Audrey.
Yes, of course.
Steve, could I have a second of your time, please?
Certainly.
About your meeting, your orthopedic surgeon won't be able to make it.
Grant, why not?
I'm afraid that's top secret.
Top secret involving Grant.
Yeah, that's all I can say. Please, Steve, don't discuss it with anyone.
Full house.
Yeah, my work's indeed cut out for me. Particular point, well, we'd appreciate any help that you could give us.
Excuse me.
I was talking about searching your pavilion, Naguru Galando. Now, incidentally, why do two countries have only one pavilion?
Because they're both small and poor.
I see. Well, my government is particularly concerned with some fugitives that we believe are hiding out in the Port Charles area.
And what does this have to do with me?
Well, pavilions are all classified as foreign soil, and we believe that fugitives could be hiding out there. For me to do a search, I have to have your permission.
I see. Well, of course, you have my permission then.
We'll endeavor not to disturb anyone.
Do what you have to do, Commissioner Scorpio. We will be most cooperative.
Thank you. One down.
Excuse us. Okay, who's the next target?
There's a likely-looking candidate.
Lord Rama. You better put on your best subservient act with that one.
Yes, he's hardly the picture of perfect hospitality. Oh, we meet again.
What you in the West would call a happy coincidence?
that what they call it in Gulistan?
It's always a pleasure to see you, Commissioner.
Well, if I can mix a bit of business with pleasure,
What did you have in mind?
an invitation to your pavilion. And since the pavilion grounds are off limits to the local police, well, we figure that's where the fugitives have probably decided to hide out.
Indeed, fugitives can be very clever.
And dangerous. We're concerned for the safety of your staff.
You're most considerate.
Then you'll allow us to search your pavilion?
But of course,
Thank you, I really appreciate
as
it.
soon as I get the permission from my government.
How long will that take?
It's hard to say. We too have what you in the West know as red tape.
These are desperate men.
Desperate and dangerous. A most unhappy combination. But I'll do what I can to smooth the way for you.
Thank you. I'm sorry to have to bother you with all of this.
Not at all. I'm only too happy to help with the cause of justice.
Hello, Robert.
Bobby? Brock?
Hi. Listen, tell me, Robert, have you seen Luke around here lately?
Here?
Well, I thought he might be doing some informal campaigning.
Haven't seen him.
He wasn't at the casino last night, and he wasn't at his apartment.
Well, I told you, maybe he's still up in the mountains.
I told you, I'm worried.
Yeah, well, he'll turn up sooner or later.
Darling.
Excuse me.
And there was Gregory. He was climbing over this humongous balcony with a great big bouquet of flowers. Well, what could he do? I mean, he told the woman's husband, he says, well, obviously I've got the wrong balcony. With a big punch.
Gregory was été le Casanova, mon Victor.
Gregory's quite a Casanova anyplace, darling.
Gregory fascinates me.
Yes, well, he tends to fascinate just about everyone, Connie.
Tiffany, look, I wondered if you could drop by my house after brunch.
What for?
I have a little problem I think you can help me with.
Robert Scorpio needs my advice, well, darling, I'm flattered.
Then you will.
With bells on. Marvelous.
Excuse us.
How'd it go?
Let's get out of here. Oh, terrific. I mean, I can search all the buildings that I don't need to search. The ones I need to search, I can't get into.
Well, it's a start.
Some start. Listen, these DVX satellite countries wrote the book when it comes to sandbagging.
Well, if it isn't Port Charles' newest couple, does Holly know about this?
I'm sure you'll be happy to tell her.
Yeah, if one could only find her. Curious she isn't here.
Excuse us.
Robert, as a matter of fact, there's been a whole slew of curious events lately, like Holly's no-show today, the trumped-up robbery at Delfina's. You know, I begin to wonder why Luke isn't here campaigning. Tell me, Mr. Commissioner, do you think this is unrelated?
Was that not the most marvelous brunch that you've been to at A? I don't remember seeing such a colorful array of people since the garden party at Lady Hancock's in Cap Ferret. I'm telling you now, there was a motley crew. You would not have believed what wonderful people they were.
Tiff, why don't you sit down?
Oh, okay. Where's Holly?
Out.
Out? Well, you know, I'm rather surprised that I didn't see her at the brunch. I thought she loved things like that.
Maybe some other time.
Yes, well, I'm sure we'll be having oodles and oodles of parties now that the exposition is open. It's so exciting, isn't it?
Well, you certainly seem to know an awful lot of people there.
Oh, I know a few. Actually, they were mutual acquaintances of mine on the continent.
I see.
Have I done something wrong?
What makes you say that?
Well, you're looking at me rather strangely.
Sorry.
Well, have I?
No, not you.
Oh, well, that's a relief. I would certainly hate to end up in the slammer when all of this excitement is going on. Well, what did you want?
Information.
Well, I am a wealth of information, I think. About what?
Not about what, about whom. In particular, one Gregory.
Gregory. Now, darling, there was a lady killer if I ever saw one.
Could we have some specifics?
Well, all right, for one, have you ever gotten a good look at him? I don't guess men notice things like that, do they?
That's why God created women, sweetheart. Now, look, I want to know about a few of those women.
All right. Well, he was so devastatingly attractive. It was very hard for me to keep up with it when we were in Europe. He just had one woman, then he'd go to the next woman. I mean, he just had...
Like who?
Names, the more the better.
All right, let's see. When I first met him, he was with, what's her name? It was Monique. Monique D'Orsay. She was the French singer. Have you heard of her?
Afraid not.
Darling, she left her husband for Gregory. Not that it really mattered, because but it was too late. But this time, he had already taken off with Veronique to Spain. No. It was Theodora.
Look,
I can't remember.
you and Gregory, you were close.
Not like that, if that's what you're talking about. I mean, darling, every time I have a man, I have to have his undivided attention. You should know that. And I didn't think I could get that with Gregory. Not that I really wanted to. But I do think that maybe, in his own fashion, he could be rather faithful.
So he did have a steady girlfriend?
Well, there was one. She was a Romanian countess. Her name was Teresa. And in fact, I think that was his main love of his life.
How do you know?
Darling, every time she came to town, he would drop whoever he was with. And she wasn't even that attractive. She had to have something to keep the man on the hook.
Connie, listen, run those 3 names through the computer, will you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Tiff. Give me those last 3 names again.
Okay, there was Countess Teresa of Romania. What in the world do you want with these women, Robert?
It all depends on the answer.
I don't even know the question.
It's the way it's going to have to be for the moment.
Well, would you like for me to leave?
No, please, stick around. At least until we have an answer. I may have to pick your brains again. Let me get that.
All right.
Robert.
Sorry, Blackie, I wasn't expecting you.
I'm not interrupting you, am I?
No, please come in.
I'm very worried about Luke.
So am I.
Yeah, well then, you haven't heard from him, huh?
I'm afraid not.
You're not holding out on me, are you, Robert?
Would I do that?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you guys aren't the best of friends anymore, and I hope you won't let that come between Fine and Luke, you know?
Blackie, look, I'm hoping that you'd know me better than that.
Well, I do, but I mean, what are you doing to find him?
There's nothing I can do right now.
Well, look for him. Tell me where to look
I
for him.
don't
I'll
know where to
for
look
him.
myself.
Look, I can't just sit here, man. He's my best friend. I'm very worried about him, okay? I don't know what's happened to him.
Blackie, Luke has a habit of falling on his feet. We all know that.
Oh, so you're saying you're not going to do nothing about it, huh?
Look, please.
Come quick. We're getting a response coming through.
What's going on?
Nothing that has anything to do with you.
Tell me what's going on,
Blackie,
Robert.
look. Now, calm down. When I need you, when I find something out, I'll contact you. Romanian Countess Teresa, known DVX agent.
It all adds up.
Grant, Natalie. Now, Gregory. All known DVX.
Natalie pretending to be Luke's friend. Gregory working at the casino.
They had to be onto him.
Robert, I'm really worried.
So am I.
You don't...
Yeah. I don't know what to think.